Welcome to this special episode of What's Crap on WhatsApp, the voice note show that investigates the crap shared in your WhatsApp groups. I'm Andisiwe May from podcasting company Volume.
And I'm Taryn Curry from Africa Check, the continent's leading fact-checking organization. Today we're taking a deep dive into the current health emergency, mpox.
We'll be revisiting what we know about the virus and debunking some common myths.
And we'll give you some tips on fact-checking during disease outbreaks. Stay tuned.
South Africa recently experienced a resurgence in cases of mpox. These cases were part of a global outbreak which began in 2022. South Africa had only detected 5 cases of the disease in 2022 until 8 May 2024, when a new case was found, right?
That's right. So today we're revisiting some facts about mpox. Let's start with the commonly asked questions. Is mpox the same as monkeypox?
In short, yes. In 2022, the World Health Organization, WHO, recommended that the name mpox replace monkeypox. This was largely due to instances of racist and stigmatizing language based on the old name.
This name change had been under consideration for many years, part of a general move to bring the names of viral diseases in line with the WHO's best practices for the naming of diseases.
So then, what is mpox exactly?
Well, mpox is caused by a virus, which is still known as monkeypox virus. The most prominent symptom of the disease is a rash. However, mpox can also cause fever, headache, swollen lymph nodes, and fatigue.
Okay, and how does it spread?
Mpox is mostly spread through physical contact with an infected person. This has been the primary means of transmission in the global outbreak. It can also be passed on by contaminated objects, such as clothes and bedding, and can be passed from animals to humans.
And am I right that anyone can catch mpox?
Yes, although there are some factors which might make a person more or less likely to contract the disease. For example, anyone who has been vaccinated against smallpox is likely to have some protection against mpox.
This is because the two diseases are caused by very similar viruses and are part of the same family. However, South Africa stopped smallpox vaccinations in 1980. So, South Africans born after this date would not have received the vaccination.
An expert told us that those who are immunocompromised will be most vulnerable to mpox. This includes those with undiagnosed, unmanaged HIV.
HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, is an infection that targets the immune system, the body's system for preventing and fighting disease. Because HIV targets the immune system, people with untreated HIV are much more vulnerable to mpox. What about treatment options?
Unfortunately, options for vaccination and treatment of mpox are limited. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that there are 2 vaccines which can be used to prevent mpox. One is the smallpox and mpox vaccine, which has proven to be effective at preventing mpox during the current global outbreak.
The other is a smallpox vaccine, which is expected to provide protection against mpox as other smallpox vaccines do, but has not been widely used during the current mpox outbreak, in part because it has more side effects.
Another treatment option is an antiviral drug called tecovirimat, which has also been acquired to treat severe mpox cases. It is not a vaccine, though. It was developed as a treatment for smallpox and was shown to be effective against similar diseases.
But the WHO allows for the use of tecovirimat as an emergency treatment for mpox, and small trials have shown that it is safe and effective for this purpose. So, Taryn, the false claims that spread alongside mpox have been in abundance since the outbreak, and previous false claims can give some indication of what to look out for during the current outbreak, right?
Exactly. For instance, we saw many false claims about shutdowns or lockdowns due to the mpox outbreak. One claim said schools in Kenya would be shut down due to mpox, but the claim was debunked as false.
Another said that the WHO had ordered countries to prepare for mega lockdowns. This one was also false. While the WHO did declare mpox a public health emergency of international concern, there were no lockdowns mentioned.
The lockdown claims also hit the US, with one video claiming that an old video of former US President Donald Trump shows he warned the world of the looming mpox lockdowns. Of course, the claim was debunked as false too.
What about a video of WHO Director Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus apparently reversing this declaration of the outbreak being represented as a public health emergency of international concern?
That video was old and taken out of context. The public health emergency that Ghebreyesus was referring to in the video was the one declared in July 2022, not the current 2024 outbreak.
I'm sure there were also a few false mpox cures.
Yes, one claim said that the shame plant, a small plant found in tropical regions, can cure mpox. But the claim is false. An expert told us there was no scientific evidence to support it.
As always, those with symptoms should visit their doctors for appropriate treatment, he advised.
Misinformation about outbreaks could undermine trust in public health officials and discourage people from seeking treatment. So in our last segment, we've got some tips on fact-checking misinformation during outbreaks.
Let's start with the easiest. Ask yourself, what's the source? Upfront, if something has been shared with you on social media or WhatsApp, proceed with caution. The fact that something was shared with you by someone you know does not make the information trustworthy.
Exactly. If you have come across breaking news through social media, pause to check if it's being reported by other reputable sources. And sometimes little things are big clues. Take note of things like spelling or grammatical errors.
The next step is to head to your favorite search engine, comparing the content with information found through a quick search on Google, for example.
Right. And remember, when it comes to fake cures, treatments being sold on legitimate-looking websites in social media posts may not have been tested and proven effective.
Proven treatments are usually marketed directly to the medical community, whereas false cures often go straight to the media or social media platforms. So it would be important to verify the information or product before believing it.
You can check with your favorite fact-checking organization to see if the claim has been debunked before. But it's not only up to the press to snuff out misinformation, especially those myths that are spread through personal messenger apps like WhatsApp.
That's right. Don't make a bad situation worse. You can either help spread false information with possible serious consequences, or choose to share the best available information instead. During an outbreak, you should err on the side of caution. When in doubt, don't share.
That's all the time we have for today. Now you know what's crap and what's not.
Your friends and family can sign up for our show over WhatsApp. The number is 082-709-3527. Make sure to save us as a contact in your phone and send us a message.
You can find the show wherever you get your podcasts, from Apple to Spotify. If you listen there, you'll find show notes and a link to the fact checks.
Remember that you can send us a WhatsApp message, a picture, video, link, or voice note that you need fact-checked. Just forward them to us on WhatsApp. Our theme song is composed by John Bartman. I'm Andisume.
And I'm Taryn Curry. Bye for now.
Volume.